I will never leave you. How many times have we heard that before?
I will never go away. So we saw Sideshow.
Yay!
And, we're back, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's like a 4-month hiatus since our last vlog. We're back for now.
For now.
So guys, Sideshow. I really liked it.
I liked it.
I loved it.
I think it was only you, Dave. You only knew the show pretty much by heart.
I knew the cast recording, and I had seen a few of the films that the Hilton twins, whom the show is about, were in, but this is my first time seeing a production of this show.
Right.
Did you know?
I knew some of the songs.
Yeah, I think
I knew the premise, obviously.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, but the only song I knew was I Will Never Leave You. But yeah, so this new production, directed by Bill Condon of Dreamgirls fame. Yeah, it's really fun. It's obviously a more darker turn than the original production was, because I feel like, I don't know, you're the Sideshow expert, Dave.
Well,
wasn't it more candy pop looking?
This production was much more driven, not driven, but there was a lot more spectacle to it.
Okay, I guess that's what I mean.
Because in the original, they didn't have a lot of makeup for the freaks, but here, they had them in complete full freak.
Yeah, I feel like this shows...
people came out from, for their curtain call.
Yeah.
It was just, people were in,
they carried their masks on stage with them.
Yeah,
and they were human-type masks.
They were really...
I'm definitely going to say this. The makeup and costumes are incredible.
The design in general, the costumes, the sets, the lighting, it's all Tony-worthy.
I liked how everything moved, you know?
It was a very
fluid.
It was a very fast-paced production.
Yeah, I would have preferred more creative staging, though. When they were doing some of the shadow stuff, experimenting with that, I wanted more of that sort of sideshowy sort of spectacle. But I think for what it was, with the big sets, the dance numbers, and the big songs, it definitely fulfills your Broadway musical quota for sure. Yeah. It's also going to probably be the next Pippin, because Pippin's closing and we need a circus spectacle somewhere in town.
I don't know. The mezzanine was a third full tonight. So
we moved up.
Yeah, we moved up because we were originally in the second to last row of the mezzanine.
Row Q.
And then row Q. But all the seats in front of us were not even filled, and so half staff was like, "Everybody move up!" So it was
yes,
hooray! But our seats were really good. St. James is definitely a good theater.
Saw everything.
Yes, you'll see everything, and
no matter where you sit, really.
No. Don't sit all the way on the side on the St. James. You will miss stuff.
And also, balcony can provide problems because it cuts off the stage.
It's just really high.
But
they're not selling balcony for the show.
Yeah. I liked the cast. I am madly in love with Ryan Silverman. After this, I feel like I'm alone in that boat.
Emily Paget and Aaron Davey are not Alice Ripley and Emily Skinner, but they don't have to be.
Exactly. They didn't have to be at all.
Their vocal prowess isn't as fierce as Ripley Skinner, but I bought that they were sisters.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was with them the entire time.
And it's funny because a lot of the promo pictures and video, I wasn't entirely convinced that they could pass off as twins. I don't know if it's because we were sitting farther back though, but I bought that they were twins though. Even in the one the one set piece with the photo of the
Of
the two
of them and the guy.
Yeah, that was the most they looked like twins, for me, at least. But yeah, no, I definitely thought that they were sisters, and
they sang beautifully too.
Oh my god, fierce belting.
Finale act 1.
I actually teared up.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Love Me As I Am, is that what that
Who
was?
Will Love Me As I Am?
Which I thought I knew
belting.
Yeah, I thought I knew that song actually, but I guess hearing it and then having the chorus of freaks join in, I actually
sang that song and then forgot I sang it and then remembered it and I was like, why do I know this all? I was like, oh.
Oh my god, that's funny. But yeah,
I sing Violet.
That Act 1 finale was just awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything was all the stage numbers were really well staged. I loved Violet and Daisy's first number when they were performing for their friends.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was hella cute. And then I loved the opening of Act 2.
Oh,
Yes.
That number was so good. What was it?
Wait. No, you know what I loved? It was in Act 1 when they were in the red dresses.
That was
like one of my favorite numbers, actually.
But without spoilers, which heads up, we're gonna get into spoiler territory about now.
Yeah, about now.
So if you haven't seen the show yet and you
And
don't
want
want to spoil and don't want it spoiled for you,
stop
watching.
here and basically
Goodbye. Follow us on Twitter.
Yes, and
go see the show.
Right.
yeah, go see the show. Now spoiler territory.
The opening number in Act 2 has one of the most incredible costume changes you will ever see.
Yeah, it's actually Cinderella worthy. I haven't seen Cinderella, but I know about the Cinderella costume change. It's actually that worthy.
Like, I think I might have blinked and the costumes were different. I was like, holy mother of God. Like,
yeah, no,
what
it's
just
incredible. And that's the thing, like, I loved all the magic stuff they did, like Houdini disappearing.
that was really nice.
I knew
of
how
them.
they did it, but it was great to just see it anyway.
Visually, it was very pretty.
And again, that's my whole thing. I just wish there was more circusy magic stuff going on.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's good.
It's like at least it wasn't gimmicky. You know?
That's
It
true
wasn't
too.
good. It was definitely about the two sisters. Although I thought that
I
their
thought it was very
story.
stripped down, actually. You know, It wasn't
You
like-
should have seen the original. That was really stripped down.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely upped the spectacle.
Yeah.
But I thought that the story wise, it was good. I wasn't bored, but I didn't really get into their story until about 15 minutes before the first act ended. The second act was amazing, but the first act, I feel like there was a lot of exposition. There was a lot of payoff.
Yeah.
And I also felt like it took a while too. Like I was telling you before, Dave, I really don't think they needed to spend 5 minutes explaining the Hilton childhood. I felt like that could have been
you didn't
done
really
in a
need
much
it,
shorter
but,
time.
I
actually
enjoyed it though. I liked watching it.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it, but I just personally felt it could have done more condensed.
Confession, I actually feel like we could have cut Houdini and the show wouldn't have lost anything.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
that's
that
what
whole
it-
scene was so pointless.
Yeah, you're totally
And
right. I
especially
liked it.
since it's
Well,
kind of
no,
hard
it
to buy
wouldn't-
too.
It wouldn't have been pointless if you saw them more. Well, Houdini teaches them to think individually, and if we saw them do more of that, and that number would have
Yeah.
more.
But you know what? The ending of that number was super cool with like the "I will never leave you" in there and Houdini's part, and it was like a quartet almost.
Oh yeah,
which
I
was
did
super
like that.
cool, yeah.
I agree though. Like Houdini, you could just cut out, because that's the thing. He's like, yes, think individually, but I felt like they were doing that anyway. So like, what was the point in
Yeah.
Houdini coming in and being like, you need to think for yourselves and
I
be
also-
your own self?
I also feel like, as great as Daisy and Violet were, I don't feel like their personalities were too individualized. Not that they were ever like the same person, because they obviously had different personality traits, but like, I never felt like I got to know them individually as characters.
And even beyond the surface level, because it was very black and white. Violet was the shy one. Daisy's the more outgoing one. So maybe if they were more thoroughly examined as people.
Yeah,
But-
but I don't think that was the actor's fault.
It wasn't-
You
it
know what I mean?
wasn't
No, that's
that.
definitely the
Wasn't
show.
like
That's
it's
not
just
the
the
actor's
show.
fault at all.
But even with the lack of character development, like, they still had a journey. It still moved people. It still made people cry, and for that, Sideshow works fantastically, and it deserves to run for at least a year. But
Oh,
it
yeah,
probably
no.
won't.
Honestly, if you're kind of on the fence about it, definitely go see it. It's worth it. It really will. I mean,
It's not a show that gets
wasn't-
done that much.
But it honestly wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite.
Why wasn't it your favorite?
I just don't. It wasn't not compel. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it was wonderfully acted. It just wasn't my show. It just
I mean, you weren't as invested as you would like to be.
yeah, it's just it wasn't like none of the songs really
yeah. There's only
killed me
three
or anything. You know what I mean? None of the songs really jumped out, and I was like, wow, I love the music.
Yeah, no, I agree.
This is not a show that I walk away from being like, wow, that music was phenomenal.
Yeah, no.
It was a good story. I like the story. I like the characters. I thought it was so well acted, but it's just not something that I'm going to be singing.
Now
Yeah.
that I think about it, I definitely enjoyed seeing this more than listening to the cast recording, because
You were
so
able-
many of the Private Conversation, it's a fine song on itself, but seeing it
Oh
done,
my gosh.
That was one of my
Yes.
favorites.
Private
too.
Conversation,
That guy
best number.
didn't. What's his name again?
Ryan Silverman.
Yeah,
I love that
was
guy.
not. into him until that song, and then I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
and the lighting in that was incredible. Lighting in this whole show was really incredible.
Yeah, it was really
I just
Lighting
wish-
was great. Set was great.
Characters are a little on the murky side, especially in the first act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's in spite of the murkiness of some of the character development and some of the slower spots in the first act, I was moved. I thought
Yeah,
it worked.
and I was definitely interested. I mean, you definitely don't want to go to a show and like kind of zone out. I definitely wasn't zoning out.
I was kind of like, I thought some of the songs dragged. That was my personal
Yeah, no, I
opinion.
totally
But I
agree
got
with you,
lost
yeah.
in like, I was like, we just said the same thing like 3 times. Like, let's
Oh,
cut
when-
like one
when,
verse, man, you know?
When Violet's like, but he kissed me, but he kissed me, and she just keeps singing it, and we're like, great.
Wait, did
We
he
know
kiss
that.
her?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, no, he did, and she sang about it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, so some of this, like, flowery
Yeah.
lyrics.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
some
the-
of the lyrics,
Yeah.
I kind of
the
like.
lyrics were never this show's strong
Right,
point.
right.
Even
The
I will
frost
never.
on my heart is starting to melt.
Though the frost on this windshield better start to melt.
Yeah, we should put our car on.
no.
So we could heat it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so we have to be up really early tomorrow.
Yay, because
We all
we're
have
working.
jobs and our actors. And
Yeah, we're all working people. Hooray.
Yes.
But yeah, just to quickly wrap up, not the most memorable score, but there's like 3 really great songs, and you'll appreciate the 3 really great songs.
Yeah.
Really
well
great
acted.
cast. Shout out to the
Jake.
guy who played Jake. He was really
He
good.
was so funny. He was like my favorite person in the show. Actually, I loved him.
Yeah, mine was Ryan
His
Silverman.
voice was
I
just
thought,
like, ooh.
yeah, his voice was good. I loved Ryan Silverman's voice. Buddy was fine.
But he's not much of a character.
Buddy and Terry are just murky characters.
Yeah.
Ryan Silverman and who played Buddy again?
Matt
Matt Hisdick.
Hisdick, sorry. We know that's wrong.
What is it?
Heidzick. We are so sorry.
Matt, if you ever watch this video,
I'm sure you get it all the time.
we'll buy you a drink.
We're sorry, but you were great. Rest of the cast was great.
Aaron and Emily are incredible.
And you know what? It's like they did it without any like huge names.
Yes.
Mad props.
And
yeah.
it was just,
Yeah, mad
it was
props
so
for
good. It
them
was
being
so
like, we're
even,
gonna
you know,
do this.
everything was very even.
Yeah, really solid show. Definitely go see it if you're hesitant to. You'll definitely enjoy it. Maybe not the entire, you'll enjoy it maybe as a whole.
This would be a good show to second act, I feel.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too. But yeah, you'll probably like it as a whole than the sum of its parts. That sounds
Yes.
right, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because like I said, in spite of some of the murkiness and the less than stellar lyrics and some of the longer stretches in the first act, the show still works.
Yeah, it still does, and you'll definitely,
All right, so we passed our 10-minute mark. We gotta go, but thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next show.
What's our next show?
What is our next show?
Let's find out.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon to a YouTube screen near you.
All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.